What's up, everyone out there in YouTube land? Comic Quarter 410 back again. I believe this would be part 5. Going to show some more of my keys and variants and stuff that I like. And as I've been digging through the collection, I found another Spider-Man book and a couple more Batmans, so I'm going to start with them. This is Giant Size Spider-Man #1, featuring Dracula of Marvel's Tomb of Dracula. This is an awesome John Romita cover, and this is a pretty awesome copy of this book too. It's got some tiny bit of issues on the spine itself. Very, very, very faint smudge up there at the top above the C. I mean, this cover is pretty nice. I think there might have been a small problem. Yeah, small bit of rubbing down there, right here. Not very bad though. And the spine too, it's not bad. A little rolled, but like I said before, hard to find without the spine rolled, or these Marvels. Get that out of the way there. This I wish I'd found before Halloween. This is an Elseworlds Tale Batman Castle the Bat, and is basically what if Bruce Wayne was Dr. Frankenstein and his parents had been murdered. And I liked it, and it would have been great for Halloween, but I didn't find it till afterwards, so that sucked. But gonna read it again anyway. So, any horror fans, pick that one up. Another Batman essential reader here is Mike Mignola's Batman Gotham by Gaslight. It's written by Brian Augustyn, but Mike Mignola did the art. P. Craig Russell also. Great read. This is about Jack the Ripper getting out of England, coming to Gotham City. And Batman is alive back then, and he picks up the investigation. It's a great read. Another Batman that I really like. I'm a big Judge Dredd fan, big Batman fan. And this had Alan Grant, John Wagner, and Simon Bisley on art. And man, that is an awesome cover. Awesome painted Bisley cover. And this is a good book. Judge Death comes to Gotham, and it's awesome. Battle of the Planets, also known as G-Force, was one of, and in Japan it's known as Gatchaman, but this was one of the many cartoons I loved as a kid, and Alex Ross was a big fan, so he did a lot of the art on the relaunch. And this is the blue foil Dynamic Forces variant to Battle of the Planets #1 by Alex Ross. I think there's limited to 5,000 copies here. Let's have a look here. Oh no, 2,000 copies. So yeah, it's a little more rare. Like Hippie said, Dynamic Forces has some cool stuff. This is another variant to Battle of the Planets #1 that I really like, and this is the Alex Ross holo foil cover. And man, that is a beauty of a cover. Love that one. Big fan. Big fan. And this is the foil variant to #4, and I don't know how many of these were made. I never see these, but the cool thing I like about this cover is they took the original 60s art from Tatsunoko Studios and used it to make this holo foil variant to #4. Big fan of that. This is from the new Battlestar Galactica, and this is a Virgin cover exclusive by Michael Turner from, it was a Baltimore Comic Con exclusive several years back when they relaunched this show. Cool cover. Or this might have been Wizard World Philly. It was one of the two. It was definitely an East Coast Con exclusive. Here we have a really sharp copy of a book I like, Black Lightning #1. Rich Buckler on the cover. And yeah, how can you not like Black Lightning? Such a staple. I mean, it's a really sharp copy because it has a little bend right there above the price circle there. Not too bad though. Still pretty sharp copy. This is the Michael Turner variant to Black Panther 18 when Storm got married to Black Panther. So that's a pretty awesome cover. The Goddess. And I might be wrong about this, but I think this is the first chromium cover that was done. But it's a Barry Windsor Smith cover, that's why I like it. It's Bloodshot #1 by Valiant. Cool stuff. and they put little rivets in the chromium to make it look like gunfire. A couple cheap books that are still cool number ones. This is Blue Devil number one, and I always liked the Paris Cullen's artwork on this series. He did a good job on that book. And Booster Gold number one. This is from 86. This is, I'm not sure, because the Whitman variants don't put the numbers on, so I'm going to have to open this up and look inside, because it says on the inside cover, but this is a Whitman variant to a Brave and the Bold issue, starring Batman and the Phantom Stranger. And as you can see, it has Superman and the UPC symbol down there in the bottom. Jim Aparo cover. This is, I think, yeah, this is the last, oops, sorry, this is the last book on this side. And I stole Steve Fool Killer 5150's technique of stacking the books to see if I can get through this a little quicker, so we'll see what happens. But this is the 200th and final issue of Brave and the Bold, and it has the Earth 1 and 2 Batmans in it. Really cool. They're both fighting Brimstone simultaneously. I remember thinking this was cool. And it's also key because it's the first appearance of Batman and the Outsiders. It launched into that book, basically. Moving along, this is another one of those Marvel Zombie variants, not from the actual Marvel Zombie series, but the month they did zombie covers for all the books. And this is a Cable number 7 variant by Richard Corbin. And as you can see, the baby's dead. And Corb did a rotting Cable zombie. Great stuff. This is an awesome copy of Caliber Presents number 1. And this is the first appearance of the Crow. And I have Crow number 2, but I need 1, 3, and 4, and that's something I need to get on because that's I like that series a lot. I have all 12 of these, and it's the first stuff I remember seeing Brian Boland draw. And I had these as a kid, and I went back and got a Very Fine and Near Mint set, and this is number 1 of Camelot 3000. It's also the first mini-series. I was young, but even my shop owner was like, yeah, I think it was. I think it was the first series ever to be seriously delayed because of the artist or writer. But moving along, this is the 2004 San Diego Comic-Con variant to the Capcom Summer Special as Chun-Li on this cover. And I also got the Wizard World Chicago 2004 variant. And that's Udon Studios Darkstalkers cover there. Good stuff. This is not in very good shape at all. This is really rough. But this is my Cap 100. As everyone knows, just a classic cover. Can't argue with that. This copy is much sharper. This is Captain America 107. I really dig this cover here by The King, and I think that is a messed up version of Hitler down there in the bottom left, but whew, classic Kirby cover there. Love that. It's one of my favorite Kirby Captain America covers, excuse me. And this had an $80 price tag on it, but I actually got it half price. I think this one store, sometimes I think they price their stuff extra high, so they do these sales once a month, 50% off, and it's almost like, yeah, $40 is maybe about what I should pay for this book. But it's pretty sharp, except it's not in the best color. But you know about how hard it is to find white Silver Age Marvel covers still with white color, because the cheap paper stock, it just discolors. But other than that, this is a very sharp copy of Cap 111, and it's a classic Jim Steranko Cap cover. Love that book. This is Cap 250. Excuse the sniffles. I think I'm getting a cold or something, so pardon that. But this is Cap 250, classic John Byrne cover, and this is the Captain America for President storyline. This is a great story arc there. Speaking of great story arcs, this is one of my favorite Captain America story arcs, and this is Cap 332. It's got Abe Lincoln crying up there in the price box, and Captain America No More. It's a Mike Zeck classic inked by Klaus Janson, and This cover just stuck in my head from when I was a kid. I remember seeing this on the rack. We were at a pharmacy and they had a comic rack, and I was like, I gotta get this book. And I read it so much I ended up buying another copy. But this is where Steve Rogers resigns. And they get a new Captain America, which is the super patriot Johnny Walker. And he's a little crazy. So Cap becomes the captain, or the U.S. agent, with the black costume, and they end up fighting in Cap 350. It was amazing read, Cap 332 through Cap 350. I highly recommend it. Great reading. For any, not just Cap fans, all comic fans. And this is the very next issue, Cap 333, actually. And I guess I ruined the surprise for those of you who haven't read it, but that's Super Patriot right there, Johnny Walker. They gave him the reins. And he's the current U.S. agent. I believe he's in a wheelchair still. He was. This is Captain America Annual 8. Very classic Mike Zeck cover with him fighting Wolverine. And that was another cover of my childhood that would just blew people away. I actually think I had the poster of this when I was young. I had this poster. I had the Hulk 340 poster with Wolverine and Hulk too. I had both of those as a kid. And this is a pretty sharp copy. It's got a, where is it? Yeah, it's got a small problem right in the middle of the screen, if I can get some focus. There it is. Right in the middle of the screen. But other than that, it's pretty nice. And I like that book. This is one of the many Captain America relaunches at #1. This is the John Cassidy series, and I really like this. He's a great artist, and that's an awesome cover to the Cap #1. And this is arguably the best Captain America writing and storylines. I know that's a bold statement, but I really, like I said before, I love the books. I love great writers. I love great artists, but I love the titles when it comes together. Two great creators, an artist and a writer, come together perfectly. And that's this book. I love Steve Epting's art as well. And Frank D'Armata, who's the colorist, brings a lot to the art, and I don't think he gets the credit he deserves either. He's amazing. But this is Captain America, Ed Brubaker's Captain America #1. And that is essential reading, again, for any comic fan. This is, I have a full run of this too, of their Captain America arc. And this is the variant to #6. With Bucky. And, who did this? Is this this is an Epting cover. There you go. Thought it might have been Greg Land and D'Armata, but no, it's Epting. It's a sweet cover. And this is a really good one. I believe this is Joe Jusko. Isn't I could be wrong about that. I think this is a Joe Jusko cover. But anyhow, this is the variant to Captain America #8. Awesome freaking cover. Red Skull in the background. That is a great variant. And like I said, man, I used to buy the variants when the covers would just pick you up and they were worth buying, but a lot of them aren't anymore. This is Captain America 14, and this is when Bucky is revealed to be the Winter Soldier. Another awesome Steve Epting cover. This is Captain America 25, the quote-unquote death of Captain America. Oops, sorry about that. And this is the variant to Captain America 25 by Ed McGuinness, also the quote-unquote death of Cap, and I got it signed this year by Ed McGuinness. He was very nice. Happy to have that. This is another awesome cover, and I don't know who did this one. I'm going to have to look it up. But Captain America #45 variant. Cap and the Red Skull. And this is, I believe this is just the regular cover, but whatever, it's a beautiful Alex Ross cover to Captain America 600 with the Bucky cap with the shiny armor, Falcon, Steve Rogers cap, Sharon Carter, Red Skull. So Union Jack, Black Widow, and Nick Fury down the bottom. Awesome painting by Alex Ross. Okay, and to finish it off here, starting off, we have Captain Carrot #1. Not that valuable, had Superman in it. But I collected these for a while as a kid. This is New 52 Catwoman 23, and As many of you know, this is the first appearance of Joker's daughter, who's currently creating a little hype. This is Disney's comics, the first Disney issue when he took over, I believe, from Gladstone, and this is Chip and Dale #1. And I'm going to go ahead and show, I forgot to grab my CGC sketch variant to Civil War #1, but I have this covers 1 in 75 sketch variant. I think it's a 9.6 or a 9.4. But I have that CGC. But this is the 1 in 25 variant to Civil War #1 by the late great Michael Turner. Awesome cover. This is the Aspen Studios exclusive variant. I got this at Wizard World Philly that year, and it was a limited print run. It's Aspen exclusive variant, and I got it signed by Michael Turner and Peter Steigerwald. And that's very happy to have that because it's the only Michael Turner signature I have. Civil War #2 variant, again by Michael Turner. Young Avengers, Iron Man, and Spidey in the background. This is the other Civil War #2 variant by Steve McNiven with the unmasking of Peter Parker, Spider-Man Unmasked variant. Which, again, they used storylines to nullify that everyone found out his secret identity. I knew it was a dumb idea to begin with, but they did several variants to #3. This is the Ed McGuinness Mighty Thor Returns variant. I'm not sure who did this one, but that's a very cool cover, and this is another variant to Civil War #3, The Return of Thor. And this is the 1 in 25 variant to Civil War #3. I told you they did a few. I think it was 4 covers altogether for #3. Sorry about that. But this is the Scarlet Spider Armor by Michael Turner. Did not like that either. Michael Turner variant to Civil War #4 with Thor standing over Hercules. I was thinking, brain fart, I was thinking how they turned Hulk's book into Hercules not long after this, and I didn't like that either. But this is Thor standing over Daredevil and Herc, and you have to read that to understand why. So the variant to #5 with a Scarlet Spider getting ready. Come on, focus. Getting ready to be taken out by Michael Turner's version of the Punisher there. Another Michael Turner variant with, like this one, with Susan Storm and Namor. The variant to #6. And #7 I splurged again and got the 1 in 75 sketch cover to that. And that's the 1 in 75 sketch variant. Right there. And the last book here is the Ed McGuinness variant to Civil War The Return, where the original Captain Marvel came back, which I thought was pretty damn cool, and he did nothing with it. So there you go. But thank you all for taking the time to check out my books. I always appreciate you checking them out and taking time out of your day to see what I have, and always like checking in with you guys. Hope everyone's doing well, and girls. All of you take care of yourselves, and happy comic book reading. Take care.